What's up, guys? My name is Doug. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome back. If you are not, it's a new year. It's 2019. I hope you all had a very enjoyable holiday season. Hope you all got to see your families, enjoy yourselves. We're starting the year off with the 21 Savage reaction. I am greater than I was. I was planning on listening to this on my own time and just doing a review for you guys, but I put out a poll. You guys said you wanted the video, so here it is. I haven't listened to it yet. I've put it off, and we're going to be doing so now. There's not too much hype going into this for me, which might be good because I might be pleasantly surprised, but it might be bad because I might, just kind of feel like nah about the whole thing. We'll see how it goes. I'm just really excited to be back making videos. It feels good. We took like a week off just to enjoy the family and to enjoy the holidays, but it feels good to be back. It felt like something was missing. So yeah, with that being said, let's just get right into it. This is I Am Greater Than I Was by 21 Savage. Let's get it. This is track 1, A Lot, featuring J. Cole.
How much money you got? A lot. How many problems you got? A lot. How many people that doubted? A lot. Left you out to rap. How many times did you cheat? A lot. How many times did you lie? A lot. How many times did you leave? A lot. How many
Yo, this beat's smooth, man.
How many chances?
This sample is crazy. Was that just the verse? It was really short.
This is just to make a couple bucks. My heart so cold I could put it in my cup. Gang versus the world. How many
this mix is really clean. This vocals sound awesome.
How many faking they strings, getting they plays from machines. I can see behind the smoke and members, niggas ain't really big as they sing. I never say anything, the outcome will be. I'm betting 1,000, it's got to the point that these rappers don't even like rapping with me. My nigga 21 Savage just hit me and told me he saved me a spot on a new record, was worth it or not. I feel Markel cause they fucked up his shot. Just want you to know that you got my nigga.
Markel Fultz.
I know that you special in that.
It's a really smooth intro. It's a chill vibe. The sample is awesome. The beat's ridiculously simple, but I like it because it rides and it's got such a nice vibe to it. The track is a little long. I didn't really see a need to repeat the chorus at the end for another minute, and do it in the outro. J. Cole's verse was dope, but he used a really generic triplet flow, and I like hearing Cole experiment with his flow. He's such a talented lyricist. I didn't really like hearing him so generic on that track. I also don't really feel like he said anything really crazy, it was just like here's a verse. He kind of broke the fourth wall a couple times talking about how he was writing the verse as he was spitting it on the song that he was talking about in the verse. It got really meta, but it was okay. This track is not great, but it's not a skippable track to me. It's definitely smooth and I like it. Next track is Break the Law. Southside produced this. It's a banger. Certified banger. Oh no. Metro?
She got an ass, but it's fake. He saving hoes need a cake. Lil' mama head supreme, but I'm still rocking his bait. I
love his ad-libs.
If you most of my niggas just raw. They cut off and hand you your ball. Hit you be up if I'm petty. Don't you cross the game.
This right here, this is Metro. I can tell by the melodies.
Out on wheel shot. Got a model and she tied up in a grill plot.
Yo, Metro is killing those subtle melodies, man. In the background, this beat is insane. The Southside part on the beginning, I'm pretty sure that was Southside, was dope, but when that interlude hits and those melodies come in and that Metro Boomin production comes in, it's too much for me, man. It's so good.
Yeah, one up top my shit.
Oh, the 808, man.
Y'all niggas gospel shit. No more beef, we drop that shit. Y'all niggas talk that shit. My strippers got S-Class 80. Ride me slow like drive Miss Daisy. I ain't go to school cause I was too lazy. Had to cut her out cause she was too crazy.
Yeah, best part of this track is that second half with the Metro Boomin production, bro. Man, the beat it really took over the whole track, I mean, his flow didn't switch up too much. His delivery tends to stay the same on all the tracks. He's got a really mellow delivery, but he starts flowing on that Metro beat, man. It's a winning combination. 21 Savage and Metro Boomin it's an awesome song. So, next is A&T. Oh, this kick thumps so hard. What?
If you play the paint, I'ma go for the 3. Straight up. She don't dribble balls, but she good with it.
I heard a cowbell. That's really where I just no, man. The beat, it knocks, but that's really the only positive thing right now that I'm gonna say about it. It's not really for me, this type of beat. This more sounds like a a club track for the girls to start dancing and twerking to it, you know. That hook, just it's not it for me as well. But again, it's a club banger for girls to dance to, you know. So I wouldn't really put this on and just like, oh, I want to go listen to this track from what I've heard already in the first 30 seconds. But we'll see what he's got for us. That cowbell though, that's not it.
Ass fat, baby, can I grab that? Goddamn, really viral, that shit need a hashtag. Yes, man.
Okay, this part's dope. Also, why is he throwing 20s? You're with 21 Savage, you're with rappers. If they're throwing 20s at you,
but they're talking what I'm gonna say. Bad bitches in the club on some hustle shit. If you ain't working bread, please don't you touch a bitch.
oh, this is dope. The verses are dope. I like them. Cardi would kill this. Cardi B. Not Playboy Cardi. I mean, I don't hate it. I just won't go back to it most likely.
Brand new G-Wagon and I snatched her stomach, she snatched. 100 racks on me, I'm sagging. Made it out the bottom, I'm bragging.
Yeah.
Came in the club with that fake ass jewelry on through.
Yo, that red rummed line was dope. I love me a The Shining reference, bro. Man, it is so hot. It's insane. Yeah, look, the verses are dope. I love the way that the beat sounds with the verses. I love the way that they flow on the beat. Young Miami and 21 Savage. I'm not liking the hook, and I'm not liking the cowbell, really. It doesn't have too much replayability for me just because of the amount of times that they repeat the hook. I still, you know, I found some enjoyment on that track. I was able to enjoy myself a little bit listening to this. So it's not a terrible track. It's not bad. It's just not really for me. I still think Cardi B would have killed this beat though. That's for sure. Out for the Night. Next track.
Give her bad shots to her back hurt, bad shot. Throwing through the money to my hand hurt, cash out. Wanna go on a date, you get my ass first. Yeah, she be acting
I love the guitar, dude. Oh my god.
Feeling like I'm Biggie rocking Cool G. Oh god. Draco make you put up that little Uzi. Oh god. Sneak. I was in my feelings, now it's fuck Kiki. She might rather die. Never tell a lie. We like Bonnie Clyde. Looking at her thigh.
I like how he gets a little melodic with it.
Corner eye, never go against you. By the foreign eyes, friends wanna test you. You got off late, and you worked out.
Yeah, you know, I'd prefer it if he only got melodic for the hook. If he only did kind of that singing type of thing that he did on the hook, and that second verse, he kind of just rapped it. But again, it's him branching out a little bit and doing something different, and I'm not going to hate on that because this doesn't sound bad. And I like when he gets a little melodic. I like when he switches it up a little bit. This is a really quick track. It's about his ride or die. I do think that Out for the Night kind of sounds like Out Like a Light on Sicko Mode, but I mean, what can you do? Next track is Gunsmoke.
One man on me pulling kid dog. Talking out your neck, get your tag toed. I'm a killer.
This 808 is insane.
They can't make your brother do the limbo. Make his Glock shit.
I love adding the kick, man.
Savage, why you put my Glock down? That's a no-no. When I wear my suit, I told my fofo. Y'all ain't killing shit, y'all niggas hoes. Shoot at me with a handgun, that's an insult. We got killing sticks, nigga, plus my income's up. My young niggas ready, throwing up some six, huh? Like, look at Savage, little bitch ass, he think he the shit, huh? I think I am when I'm riding with this stick, huh?
Man. Yo, this is one of the harder tracks on this project for sure. That 808 is stupid. Like, it's just so filthy. It sounds so full, you know? It just... And then adding that kick, that really punchy kick, just, I mean, absolutely made this beat for me, because you all know how I feel about just using an 808 and not having a little punch to it. So adding that kick really made this, like, this beat is it, you know, for me. I love this beat. Really aggressive, really braggadocious delivery. I love some of these bars about the guns, man. Honestly, started with a deuce, turned it to a 38, then I got a Glock 9, turned it to an AK. I mean, it's an awesome way to say, I moved up in life by saying, my guns got bigger, you know? And then you say, shoot at me with a handgun, that's an insult. So, like, I mean, that's crazy. You can shoot at me, but if you're shooting at me with something small, I'm insulted. You need to shoot at me with something bigger. That's hard. That's stupid hard. I keep one in the head. I ain't got time to cock mine. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. Keeping one loaded in the chamber on you at all times, because at any moment somebody could pull up on you and you might have to just start blasting immediately, that's insane, you know. So yeah, this track is, I love the aggressiveness to this track. It's great. 1.5 is the next track.
Pockets on cheese is heavy on the cheddar.
Oh my God.
With your money set.
Wait, what? Pockets on Cheez-Its, heavy on the cheddar? How are you coming to that after just having some of the hardest bars on the last track? Shoot at me with a handgun, that's an insult. To pockets on Cheez-Its, heavy on the cheddar. Come on, man.
Gucci umbrella. Why you always tripping, bitch? You must look up to Ella. It's only
Oh my God, you must look up to Ella, cause Ella, Trip.
Feel like a magician, all these bitches that I jumped. Robert Red, Billy Black, got a demon and a cat.
Oh,
Check the
man.
stats, all facts, niggas die.
I love that guitar, dude, in the background. The auto-tune sounds cool too.
The dogs don't want some size. The diamonds poke your eyes. Don't try my game, they shy. I don't take advice. I don't care about price. Streets, the boss don't fight. Motion. This better right here, a trophy. Passed out on the urban sofa.
Man, if I have to hear about that, if I have to hear one more line about this watch, I'm gonna lose it.
Alright then, this bitch don't touch me, don't get fresh. Now, let's get lit.
1.5.
This is just a really quick banger, dude. I like it. Really braggadocious, really aggressive. A couple cheesy lines in there. I can't stand people referencing the Patek's or the Pateks. It's played out at this point. Everyone's talking about it, but Offset's flow definitely stood out to me on this track. I like that they added a little bit of auto-tune to 21's voice on the hooks, just to make it sound a little more melodic, just to add some type of melody to the track. I enjoyed it. I like the guitar and the production. I like that he knows that people just want a quick fix. Keeping the tracks short and hard-hitting, you know, and that's it. Perfect. It keeps the songs and the album from getting old and tiring and repetitive. To me, at least. Next is All My Friends, featuring Post Malone.
I lost all my friends, counting bands in a belly coupe. Diamonds on me doing handstands, rose on my tube. I lost all my friends, counting bands in a belly coupe. Diamonds on me doing handstands, rose on my tube. If she wants,
I love it.
Had the same friends when I was dummy. They should've went and did stand up, cause when the money come, niggas act funny. I respect yo bitch skate so fast to the dick that she need to go and get a job at Sunny. Made it from the bottom, I'm a star. Playing with it still like a guitar. Lost a couple friends, I ain't even really mad though. God, I ain't even really mad though.
I love this, man. The vibe is sensational. Post Malone's killing this, man. Performance. Post Malone's performance on this track is amazing. I love Post Malone's ability to create these tracks that just ride. You know, the vibe is just sensational. When this bass hits, it kind of reminds me of the bass on Psycho, which a lot of people consider a bad song. I love Psycho featuring Ty Dolla. I think it's a great track, but this definitely is in that vein. You know, it's really slow. It's got that nice mellow vibe to it. 21, I would never expect to hear 21 on a track like this. He absolutely did amazing to me. You know, I loved his verse. I thought that the auto-tune sounded great. The melodic essence to his verse sounded awesome. I think he did a great job. I think this track is probably one of my favorite tracks so far. Can't leave without it. Oh, the flute!
You don't know what I saw. Can't be without it, can't be without it.
Kept a stick like a hobo, no checking me. Way back when D-Law had the spot in Treasure Street. So many hoes had to get up, I said to me. She left her body home and brought her neck to me.
Yo, breathe, bro.
So much that a car came with it. Back in the day, I used to rob with no mask on. Shit on my wrist, I would've killed the whole house for. And I went to school high, I ain't go to class though. I was saying, little baby, yeah. We got 4 choppers that's full. Right before rapping, on God, I was trapping. Sneaking my Glock and liqueur, on God.
Oh, I love this flow. I love the hook too, man. Gunna is insanely talented.
You don't know what I saw. Catch you in the cash out, catch you in the cash out. I am not looking for clout, no. I know I will figure it out.
I love Gunna's voice.
When the morning they poke out, it's 6'5", I'm in a robot. I'm a real one, I ain't running from nobody. Hellcat fan, you know that I show. I ain't sparing no bitches before by the blow.
know I bought a BMW.
Yo, this is crazy. I love this track. It's one of my favorites as well. Yeah, man, that's one of the best tracks so far. Lil Baby, you know, he's hit or miss for me, always. You know, I either really like his verse or I want to skip it completely. And this is great. Gunna on the hook is sensational. He got a really short verse, but man, I love Gunna's voice, man. He sounds so great on the hook. Yeah, I like this track a lot. This is awesome. Next is ASMR. Most likely he's gonna be whispering, like he did on Metro's project, and it's produced by Metro and Kid Hazel. So yeah, let's see what he's got for us. Right after I clear out the SD card.
Chopper got an amp, I'ma rock out. When it's time for smoke, they gon' cop out. This AK-47 made in Moscow. I know he gon' be a rat one day. Right now we call him a mouse. I got lots of stripes. All my niggas shies. You can roll the dice. You might lose your. I done did a lot in the streets and I'm fat.
I don't like the whispering, but
like I came
this is
from my
dope.
back. You made it from the gutter, then I'm tipping my hat. I am coach. Buy myself a Villador and buy my bitch a roast. Drive my Lambo to the stove. I'ma wave with my dough. I'm on hit so good she not even white, I still call her Becky. Rich and will cost so much I can press a button and see next week. Rich. Make your crew and the electric slide.
Metro killed this beat, man.
She don't do Chanel, she gon' throw a fish.
Yeah, man. I mean, he can do his thing. He can whisper all he wants to. It's just not for me, man. Whenever he starts whispering, it just sounds a little weird to me. Some people like it, so that's cool. I like the track. I like it a lot. Track 10 is Ball Without You. The chord progressions on this. We getting a little R&B vibe.
Fucking niggas, cause you miss me.
Yo, I love this beat, man. The keys are so awesome.
What half the world that you still won't forget. I'm as solid as they come, but you cross the line too. Yeah, you bitch start keeping it real. I can see the sign. When it can't have love, somebody still stab me in their back. It don't take much to love. You can love somebody just by being attached. See, loyalty is the action. You can love and hate me and still have my back. I gave you my all.
Yo, that's true.
Now I gotta ball without you. Now I gotta ball.
Oh man.
Now I gotta ball without you.
Oh, this is dope. The delivery, the performance. You can hear it in his voice. Someone heard him.
You was my rock, heavy metal. Now you ain't shit to me. I thought it was love until I woke up and had an epiphany too.
The flow, the choppy flow is so sick.
Don't you ever let a nigga take.
What is this? This ain't it. Yeah, what I like about this track is when he says, "Now I got a ball without you," you can hear like disappointment in his voice. You can hear how badly it hurt him not to not have the person love him, because what he said is just straight up facts in the beginning. Like, he doesn't want love. He just wants the person's loyalty. He wants the person to have his back. And so when the person shows disloyalty to him, you can hear how disappointed he is because he's got to let the person go. Genius says that it's not really about Amber Rose. You know, it doesn't really matter who this is about. This track is probably one of the more relatable tracks that I've ever heard from 21 for me. Because 21 doesn't really rap about a lifestyle that I can relate to most times, but this is really, really cool. He says, "I'd rather have loyalty than love, because love really don't mean jack. See, love is just a feeling. You can love somebody, still stab them in the back. It don't take much to love. You can love somebody just by being attached. Loyalty is an action. You can love or hate me and still have my back." That is true. That right there is probably some of the most poetic stuff that I've ever heard from 21, and it's impressive to me. And it's straight up 100% true, really relatable. I love the beat. I love the keys. That bridge was, you know, not for me, but this track is great. Track 11 is Good Day.
Today was a good day. Cross her off the list. Today was a good day. Ain't have to spray the cake.
I don't do hate, I don't do gullible. Dope in the pantry, serving up candy, watch looking colorful. Got an extendo, it's a new thing, got kicked with it. Died on your hand, turn green, turn your Twitter fingers to a crime scene. Splash, sweep, 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 sweep. With the high, get the dope so cheap.
Got the boy for 50 things, now he wanna kill me now. 50 drums and his man house, how do he feel me now?
Yeah, for the most part, this track just wasn't for me. I think the highlight of it was Schoolboy's verse. And, you know, a couple lines in there by Project Pat, but for the most part, this track's not for me. I didn't really like it that much. Especially not the hook. The hook just it just didn't do it for me. Track 12 is Padlock.
Hanging with killers, serious, straight up. Still in the hoodie and serious, straight up. Hit these streets like they biblical, straight up. Jump out the rope, Ray Mysterio, straight up. 2 ounces stashed and wait for the deal. I was putting that fire on niggas just to feed my family. Okay, 21 gang, I'm a bandit, straight up. I ain't have a father, he a bandit. Me and my chasing this money, I can't stop, won't stop, can't stop, won't stop, can't stop.
I'm liking this. This is really smooth.
Can't stop, won't stop. Got a padlock.
It rides. You know?
He ain't in the field, he a mascot.
This hook's also really smooth. It's chill.
Chase the team with the money, Carlo. Y'all was in the house playing Mario. I was selling weed and winning hello. That's just how we was raised. Before we came of age, had to sell a little weed to hit the flea market and buy some fake age.
Wow.
That's why I bought my first grill. That's why I bought my first J. Remember my mama was stressed. I could lead a day. She know
I love the flow.
With me because she know I'm gonna spray.
Storytelling too from 21 is great. Such imagery, you know, it's really dope lyricism. Yeah, that's another awesome track. It's really smooth, it's got a really mellow vibe to it, but he talks about some real stuff. You know, he's telling a little bit of his story. He's using awesome imagery in his lyrics. Some really solid lyricism from here. Got a little bit of storytelling, the flow is dope. This beat is just so sick, it rides so smooth, you know, so it's a great track. Monster. Featuring Childish Gambino.
The money and the fame make a monster. I'm monster. Feeling so good, my smoke song. Hit so good, my choke song. Pull out the game so weak. Fuck it, you can go and have both on. Zone 6, nigga, I come from.
Yo, I need a new Childish Gambino album, man. I need it. He keeps dropping like singles and like 2-song EPs, but I need a new album, man. Maybe this year, who knows?
All these niggas got 6 figures, they won't miss a O. I'm gon' shoot they baby mama if I got the pole.
Yeah. Performance, awesome. This beat is crazy.
She below the belt, that's a low blow. She gon' try and blame it on YOLO. Niggas out here tryna rap me. I ain't giving no free promo.
21's killing it.
Bears and tigers, I'm coming out fly. I take a stand for my brother, put my hand on the Bible, I'm still gon' lie. You can have all the fame in the world, all the money in the world, won't stop no crime. War wounds, I got scars. Teachers told me I wouldn't be nothing, but I went far. I could be.
This is beautiful, man. Yo, that track is probably top 3 on this project, if not at the top spot. Childish Gambino's verse is amazing. It's such an awesome feature. 21 had to come with it because he's on the track with Childish, and he did his thing. The beat goes insanely hard. It's a great message talking about how money and fame makes monsters and how it's dangerous to be living this type of lifestyle, you know? It can dehumanize you. You can start to become numb to everything when you get addicted to just chasing more money and more fame. Track 14, Letter to My Mama. I'm not liking this kick.
October 92, when you push me out.
That's better.
It was only right that I made a song about you. When the time
like the sample.
Hard, you always made ways. Even though I barely got the new J. Jeweler. I bought some real estate, plus I'm investing in my shooters. Had to write a letter to my mom, dude. Jar. I'm the one that went and stole the neighbor's car.
Dang.
Times got hard, started selling hard. Before I see you stressing, I'm bad. When you had the Ford minivan, let me drive the city trends, baggy at your bows and some Timberlands.
It's a touching track. He's talking to his mother on this. I don't like the kick on this track at some points, and it really ruins it for me. It just doesn't sound good, you know? It sounds like it's a terrible sound choice, that first kick that you hear on this track. But yeah, it's a really touching track. It's an awesome message. It's really sweet. It's cool that he put it out for everyone to hear, even though it sounds like it's really personal between him and his mom. It's a cool track, but that kick is gonna stop me from listening to it again. Last track for L.
These savage that'll probably get you killed. I get my shooter smoked, I think you finna spill. The beans, I got eggs, dog, 75 cents a pill.
Yeah.
Niggas drop an album and pretend to be gangsta. Imaginary hood, you gon' make it up, ain't you? He done made up dead homies, all black.
Yo, this is tough.
Pull up on your street bag, body.
Something then I hit up, pass up to my nigga. Only thing I smoke on is a big sweet shit. And I don't sip liquor, I said yes sir. Let it in his glock. Nigga, I ain't rockin' how we rockin', we ross out. And I keep them blues in my pocket, 10,000.
I was little, now I'm bigger. I was broke, now I'm worth 8 figures. It's so you with us, bitch.
Yeah, that last track was a little repetitive. It felt a little long. I didn't really need a third verse on that track, but it's cool. You know, it's just the last track. The beat goes hard. I like the guitar. The feature's okay, but let's talk about this project. I Am Greater Than I Was. Look, it didn't get repetitive, it didn't get boring, it didn't get anything like that, even though it's 15 tracks. Look, man, I think 21 did a great job. I think he's got a lot of really dope beats on here, a lot of really epic bangers. You know, they're short, quick fixes of some really dope, aggressive trap music. 21 really killed it. I mean, you know, if we're talking about mumble rappers, he's really one of my favorites as far as that genre goes. But I like his delivery, I like his performance on most of these tracks. I like how he experimented a little bit with a couple of different types of sounds. Again, I really enjoy how aggressive he is. He got some really hard bars in here, some awesome features. The J. Cole feature was dope, even though I didn't really feel like he's talked about too much. The Childish Gambino feature was probably my favorite. But yeah, we've got a really solid project from 21 Savage with a lot of really cool songs. And it's a really enjoyable listen. So if you haven't heard it, definitely give it a listen. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to be making a Putting Y'all On video very soon. I'm getting a lot of submissions on my Instagram. I'm going to be putting y'all on to a lot of some really dope new artists. You guys have got to hear this stuff, man. It's crazy, the stuff that's going to be on that video. I appreciate you all for supporting the channel. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. And also if you'd like to become a patron, the link's probably showed up in the top right corner of the video, and it's in the description if you'd like to join the Patreon. I'd really appreciate it if you did that too. Thank you all for being here. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.